bunch of longtime friends and internet nerds transcend geography through the power of Discord to play Dungeons and Dragons and consistently walk into traps. Yeah, sorry, I've been trying to get the cackle fit out of my system. They're not helping. They're not helping. Previously, the Cupcake Coterie went to the Elvenwild to try to seek out additional army, even after coming up with the solution of, hey, Belarus mercenaries. Although that might be ever so slightly problematic because while technically the governor of Baronsveer can actually pay for the Baron of Baronsveer can actually pay for an army. The other ones, the Green and the Vanadar, might have a minor problem with that as things are currently standing. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, the point is that they went to a castle belonging to the High Elves of the Elvenwild, met up with Lady Emavela, official diplomat to the non-Elvenwild worlds, and also Hazel's biological mother. They got scoffed at least in part because Darvin kind of, as their spokesperson, kind of went a little bit farther than he necessarily needed to when trying to explain the problem. And did get something like, well, that sounds like a you problem. At which point, people really should have got suspicious when nobody asked for introductions. No one asked for anybody's name. And yet they knew you relatively well, apparently. First, they separated them, all but Remy and Alice, because Alice did actually speak up because she's got, more common sense than most of the rest of the party combined, I think, sometimes. And also, she is a protector, and without somebody to protect, she's just going to go absolutely batshit crazy, and nobody wants that. Anyway, so that's Remy and Alice in one room, and everybody else in almost tailor-made little rooms that don't look like dungeon cells. They're quite comfy, as these things go. And they waited for a couple of hours until the door to Ava's room opened, and there stood Lady Emavela, a whole bunch of Crown's Guard, and her half-dragon, half-sister. And of course there's Ava, who's completely unarmed, and stuck in her little room, looking at this.
Lady Mavela, I wasn't expecting you. She's buying time, okay?
Oh, no.
This gets looks. The half-sister doesn't actually say a damn thing. She's just sort of watching this whole proceedings. And Lady Emavela is going, well, I suppose somebody's got some manners anyway. I suppose that probably means that you will be more or less amenable to being restrained and coming along with us.
That depends on where we're going.
That's just getting looks.
Can I still see the throne room up through the window?
Yes.
Can I guess about how high it is?
Let's
Contingency plans.
Contingency plans. You're looking at about 50 feet.
Oh, okay. Probably not the best idea then.
But it's one of those really high-ceilinged rooms where you just sort of get the pure majesty of the situation.
Alright, scrap that one.
It would have been really impressive. It's a shame you have not got Featherfall. Or
Nope.
anything like that.
Yeah. If I go with you, and you have, or do I have your word? You won't hurt any of my companions. And I mean any of them.
You do realize how outnumbered you are. We really don't have to wait for that kind of promise. We're trying for a modicum of manners and respect here. A modicum. The half-sister is starting to look impatient.
I don't suppose there's like a gap between them in any way.
Mostly filled
Probably
by
not.
Crown's Guard.
Yeah, figured.
I mean, I'm not saying you can't try to barge past them, but we would be getting into grapple checks, and we are going to be if you don't make a decision soon.
Fine.
Gestures and a couple of the Crown's Guard. They're quite they're quite thorough about the whole thing. Hands behind the back and making absolutely sure that fingers cannot move. And the half-sister looks at you guys, just so that you're aware. We're not going to gag you yet, but if we start thinking that you're even going to try what little bits of magic you have, somebody is going to regret it. If you're lucky, it'll be you. Bring her. And gets hauled away and out of our current tale. Darvin! You've been, I take it, examining the lock and everything?
Yep.
As you're doing that, there's a very, very, very quick on the door, and then it opens, and your little half-elven friend peers in and goes, "If you have a way to get out, now would be the time. People are coming, and they're coming for you. I have to go." Click, click, zoom.
Okay. Well, dimension door on the other side of the room. I mean, on the other side of the door. Excuse me.
Okay. Are you just going directly out into the corridor?
Well, I'm assuming as we came up, out of the corridor and as far down what I saw, what I would remember, because I have to have seen where I'm going, or at least have some general idea.
Yeah, just to let you know what it is you're seeing, or
Mm-hmm.
what you can see and what you have seen. You've obviously seen the corridor, but you do know that people are coming. They clearly do not have good intentions, and you don't know from what direction.
Right.
Out the window, and again about 60 feet down, there is a garden.
Oh,
You have windows.
okay.
You have windows.
Oh, I do have windows. My bad.
You have windows. You are not underground.
Okay. In which case, I will dimension door. I will walk over to the window, look down, get a good okay. There, find a fairly recognizable. I can picture that, and I will dimension door to the garden next to a rather lovely bush of some sort.
The rather lovely bush, when you get close to it, actually looks like it's roses made of glass.
I was thinking roses too. I didn't want to, but I didn't want to assume.
But you noticed them twinkling, which is why you weren't assuming roses. But when you get down there, you're like, Wow, those are actually glass, and that actually looks really sharp. Yeesh.
Ooh. Hmm. That looks really sharp. I wonder if I can snag one.
Do you want to
Um,
try?
yeah, I'm gonna try to find a, bit of cloth or something on me, and like
You'd have
sort of.
to rip bits off, and you probably need leather.
Hmm.
The thorns are also glass.
Damn. Okay, never mind then.
Oh, come on, you can still try.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I would like you to make me a dex save.
Oh boy. Okay. Let's see here.
Oh wait,
Moment.
before you roll, let me clear
Uh huh.
chat
Oh
log because
yes.
I completely forgot to do that. I had other things to arrange. And of
Yeah.
course,
Let me do this. Let me do the same on my side as well.
and of course the
That's it. Better.
the garden was the one thing I didn't map out, but I don't imagine you're staying in there that long, so that's fine.
No. No. Nope. 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 Dex save. How do I? Where's? Did I wait? Okay. There. 23.
You only take 1 point of piercing damage as you
Owie.
slip a
Oh.
little bit, but I mean it's a little tiny nick. It's not a huge
Mm-hmm.
deal.
Yeah, it's enough to go. Ow. Mm-mm.
But you have a glass rose.
Good. In a pinch, I can chuck it. All right. I will look for a door back inside of some sort so I can get out of the open.
Make me a perception check, because you really do not know this area very well.
No, I do not. Oh, why does it keep? I'm trying to pop the character sheet out, but it's not giving me the option. Or is it popped out? Oh, it's already popped out. My bad. That's why it was going
Mhm.
away. Ah, I'm not having. Sorry. There we go.
You're having a brain day.
It's been a brain week. Perception. 18.
It doesn't take you very long to find a door that you suspect goes to the kitchens, because that looks like kitchen garden kind of thing. You know what a kitchen garden looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of accidentally destroyed the one in your home manor when you were about 5.
Yeah, I didn't live that down for about another 5 years. It's about how long it took most of everything to grow back.
Oh, the cook was very proud of that particular strain of marjoram.
Yeah.
So yes, there's a door that you are sure leads into the kitchens.
All right. I will, let's say, having spoken to a few people, I will open it as quietly as I can and slip inside. Uh, we'll see what happens after that.
Stealth check if you're stealthing.
All right. 19.
There's a lot going on in the kitchen at the moment. They seem to be prepping for rather important visitors. So thankfully they're not paying much attention to you. The only one that seems to notice you at all isn't actually looking at you when they say, "Oh, good. Did you bring the carrots?"
Bugger, I forgot 'em. Where are they?
In the kitchen garden. Thankfully, they're still not looking at you because they're busy stirring things. We said
I'll be right back.
we
And
said
I'm
you asked
gonna,
for carrots.
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna not, I'll go like toward the door, but then past the door and just out.
Okay. Give me another stealth
Ready
check.
for the stealth check? Okay. 9.
Oh
So where do you think you're going? Oh. Uh. You're. Oh. And you've got the kitchen stuff looking at you in this kind of perplexed kind of what's a human doing in here? They are all half elves, by the way.
Look, I know y'all get a bit of a raw deal here. I just want to get my friends and get out. I'm they're after guys were coming to do with ill intentions, and so something's going on. I don't know what's going on. I gotta find my friends. Sorry, didn't mean to get in the way.
You're the one Taisha talked about.
Yes. How is she? Is she okay?
Last
Because she ran off quick.
Last we saw, she was. I mean, last we saw, she went up. We haven't seen her back yet. Come on, Ethan. It's been like 2 minutes. Actually, to be fair, plucking the glass rose is probably closer to 5. But
okay. True. But you know, it's expressing concern about a fellow. So you know, looks good.
I'm going to ask you to make me a wisdom check now because your wisdom is
Okay.
actually fairly good,
Very
and
nice.
I don't believe you're missing this.
Lat 20.
Yes, okay, I can feel perfectly justified in saying this. If they seem moderately sympathetic and haven't started screaming yet, and you can see that there's a pretty big deal going on, maybe they know why you got warned so assiduously.
Oh, what's going on? Why all the prep? What?
We have a guest
Okay, but
from
I
Cedar
thought
Grove.
we. Oh dear. Oh boy. As in. Oh boy. As in.
Would be fussing for anything.
Right.
Because there's not
The,
that many
oh,
there's not that many nobles left in Cedar Grove.
oh dear. Okay, I really need to find my companions. Do any of you know where they are? Apparently, we were separated. Or how can I find them?
We know we don't get that much information, but we do know a couple of them have been they were brought downstairs. Not
Okay.
not to a prison, just to they're not exactly guest rooms. They're a bit more in the realm of staff rooms, but we do know that one of them is near the cold pantry.
Okay. Well, I'll start there. And the other?
Elsewhere in the area, probably. We don't have that much information. We think on the other side of there's a fair bit of basement down there, and most of it's separated into rooms. But generally speaking, the locks are a little bit different. Particularly anything regarding the ale stores and the wine cellars, they tend to be a bit more sturdy.
Ew. Okay.
They don't. They seem to think we might thieve things, as if we couldn't get the keys anyway.
I never understood that.
In any case, you're actually heading in the right direction because that door you're about to trip down does go down the stairs. So it's probably just as well you got stopped because of the speed at which you were going to fall down them.
Knowing my luck, yeah. Thank you.
So please get out of here before someone finds you in here and we get in trouble.
Right.
Okay, we'll leave Darvin for the moment, just for the moment. Rizwin, any thoughts as to? I know you had ideas.
Yeah, and I've settled on picking the lock carefully.
Okay. Thieves' tools, please.
I didn't do the thing. Hold on. Okay, how do I do this? Oh no, there we go.
Yeah, click on Thieves' tools in your proficiencies. Thieves' tools should be in your proficiencies. I'm sure I put it there.
Yeah, and it's Dex, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh. 16.
It's not bad. It's not fantastic, but and it takes a while. But after a long, long moment, lock goes click. Door does
Okay.
not open.
Hmm.
There is magic on that lock, recall.
Yes. Okay.
Any further thoughts?
Not really.
As you're contemplating the lock, and just sort of going crap. uh, there's a noise at the window, and the noise is chink.
Well, I'm going to turn and look at that.
There seems to be a grappling hook attached to your windowsill.
How convenient.
It is attached to a rope.
Well, I'm just going to have a little peek out the window then, and see if there's anyone on it.
Okay, perception check. There's nobody on the rope.
Good, good.
There's nobody on the rope, and you can't actually see anybody down there at the moment.
Okay. Does it seem sturdy?
Seems sturdy enough.
Okay. Then I shall attempt to climb out of the window.
Okay. This is in theory an athletics check.
Yes, I was afraid of that.
Unfortunately, there's nothing to parkour off, really. So,
16.
you're okay. You're strong, and you've got you've got strong, sturdy fingers, and you can brace your feet on the on the wall, and you come down, and the rope effectively ends with you landing in a bush, and a voice in the bush next to you goes, "Ah, I wasn't expecting a dwarf."
Um, what were you expecting?
Not a dwarf.
Yes, fair enough. I'm sorry, and you are? Apart from the person who's allowed me to get out of the room?
She steps out of the bush and pushes back Hood. Wood elf. Um, looks to be in about from the humanoid scale, looks in the sort of mid-late 20s. The hair, on the other hand, makes that a little bit difficult. The hair has apparently been growing for a very, very long time, done in a complicated braid on one side. The other side is shaved quite close.
Hmm.
Somebody knows what's coming. These days I go by Beth. Long story.
Fair enough. So I take it you have some idea what's going on here.
I know that somebody whose safety is of paramount interest to me went in there, and so did a half-breed dragon a little while afterwards, along with a fairly large contingent of those armored people that seem to be tromping around the next country over. Sorry, this is not my world, really. I'm just living in it at the moment.
Fair enough. Oh dear. Do you know much about us?
I've heard some things.
Well, can you help me find my friends?
Very much, yes. but we won't be doing it alone. I've made a few friends while I've been here.
Friends are good. Friends are good.
I have a feeling we're probably going to need them. Don't worry, they're not far. I just came ahead to release someone.
Not, I take it, me.
Someone. I didn't really mind who.
Oh, good, good.
Please understand that the fact that I wasn't expecting a dwarf is not a bad thing.
Quite understandable.
It's just most of the stories I've managed to catch don't involve one.
I haven't been around long.
I'm sure you'll be a great part of the tales one day. Right there is a band of wood elves a little further in that direction. If you'd like to come with me,
Please.
Furseth.
Yes.
Any plans? Any thoughts?
I've got some ideas. Got some questions to see whether or not it's even possible.
Okay.
I assume the door itself is wood, right?
Yes.
I'm underground. What is around the door? Like, what kind of material is there? Is it stone, earth?
There seems to be a stone frame.
Could I mold earth some of that out of the way so I could just pop the frame and door out?
I don't see why not. So, okay, this is when I actually get to put a couple of you guys together. This is good, because as Darvin is coming down the stairs, there is... Are you just letting the door fall, or are you actually going to catch it?
I'm going to catch it. I don't want to make noise.
But, according to the Hand of Fate, Darvin happens to be passing just as he notices one of the doors off to his left develop a pronounced lean inwards.
I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to go that way.
Well, no, you're basically passing the door, and the door that you're about to look at just goes lean.
Right on cue.
Oh, I hope that was intentional.
Just like gently let the door down.
And there's Darvin.
Furseth, oh my god. Ava's, oh god. Ava's sister is here. Half sister, excuse me.
Yeah.
The one with the really bad complexion. She really needs to moisturize.
Yeah, okay. About all I know is Aaron is somewhere else down here. No, that's really all I got it.
Okay. Yeah, I ran, the kitchen staff said there were two of us down here, so you, and yeah, so
Yeah,
they said...
And you're nowhere near the cold pantry, so it must be Aaron who's near the cold pantry.
Oh, thank you. I didn't realize. Yeah, and he said he was, well, if you're here and, okay, cold pantry, he's, okay, that must mean he's near the cold pantry then. I'm not really sure what direction that is.
Well,
Thanks.
the
That away?
opposite direction from where you are, because you sort of came down at a far wall.
Oh, okay.
So kind of that way.
Right. Okay, so, wait, I think it's, but he said it was the opposite. Y'all were opposite each other, so if you're here, it's going to be over there. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Map, cold pantry. Cool. Oh, I can't believe I just said that. I'm sorry. That was horrible.
Oh boy.
Thank you. Somebody had to say it, and it's really only Furseth to do so. Okay, Hazel. And you guys say my grin is terrifying. Come on. Look at that face.
His cackle is scarier too.
Oh, you haven't heard me truly cackle yet.
Yeah, she goes past Joker laugh and into I'm not even sure what, but it's like some kind of fusion of Maleficent and the Wicked Witch of the West all at once.
Okay, that was terrifying.
Yeah, that's...
This one gives Mark Hamill the willies, okay?
Anyway, Hazel.
So I've been attuning to that axe
Okay.
and just sort of waiting to hear if any commotion starts.
Commotion has not happened yet. And if you're just waiting...
I'm gonna walk over to the door, try it, probably locked.
Locked. For the moment.
And just start sort of checking. I've took what I want from the room. Again, I know from prior experience that the window that's just entirely too high up. So I'm just gonna go past, look out, be tempted to casually just break the window, then walk back over to the door.
Okay, we'll leave it there just for the moment. Because there's other thoughts. Remy and Alice. Alice is not looking overly thrilled by anything, right up until she looks into her bag and withdraws Flitty. Okay, little dude. We can't talk. You can understand me, but neither of us can understand you, and I'm really sorry about that. And I have very tiny snippets of Draconic, not enough. But I don't like this. I don't think Rhea likes this either. Looks over at Remy.
Remy's as chill as can be, trying to rest a bit. There's nothing else to do.
Okay, Rhea is remarkably chill about this. I'm a little weirded out. What I want is for you to try to find the others. Just some indication of where people are, what's going on, and I don't know, maybe we actually get out at some point. So, also, if anybody comes in here, I really don't want you getting whatever they're gonna do to fairy dragons, so opens the window, and Flitty is just beep, 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 and zoom out the window. Which is actually well timed because door opens. And that's an awful lot of Crown's Guard. Oh, fuck the lot of you.
Remy rushes to her feet.
Okay. There's a lot of you. There's two of us. What do you want? And they just sort of point at Alice. You, come with us. You, point at Remy, and the expression on her face, stay here. Alice sort of looks for Remy like, what are you thinking about this?
How many Crows Guard?
Oh god. Well, this is about to go hilariously wrong.
6.
I knew you'd be that one.
Remy's eyeing the doorway and the sounds in them.
Alice is sort of looking at Remy like, what, seriously? You have 5, 4.
Remy looks back to Alice, and if Alice looks
Well, she's
calm and
she's
or
she's
not
sort
about
of,
to rage,
She's not about to rage yet. She's just trying to figure out, because I mean, she clearly doesn't like the idea, but she likes the idea of Remy sans armor, sans shield running into the middle of combat even less. It's just looking at Remy, considering this, and just sort of going, okay.
Okay, just could you give us a moment?
They back away, but they're not letting you leave their sight. They're just being politely for now. Alice just sort of steps over to do not give me any shit over this, Ree.
Okay. Remy kind of steps up closer to her, takes her hands, and then very subtly tries to cast Hunter's Mark.
Well, it's not like she's resisting it, so Hunter's Mark is in fact cast, so yeah. It just squeezes Remy's hands, just going, it's gonna be okay.
I know,
I know. And
I'll see you soon.
And steps over like, okay, fine, take me to your half-handbag leader. At which point, one of them cuffs her up the back of the head. Tries to... Yeah, no, that does actually hit, and... Ow!
Remy takes a half step before she restrains herself.
Remy is more or less treated to the sight of Alice treated, much like Ava was before, very thoroughly restrained, and in her case, she does get gagged. And that's the last thing that Remy sees before the door shuts, locks.
Remy puts on her, starts putting on her armor.
Well, at least she got the time to do that. Okay, meantime, what Hazel gets is, on her windowsill, boom, Flitty. Sort of appearing into existence.
I'm gonna open the window. Hey, Flitty!
Hello. Things are not all that great.
Oh boy.
The dragon lady, I think, is here.
So my mom's a traitor.
I don't know. Maybe she got threatened. I don't know.
I don't care. She dies.
Anyway, the bardy man, the singing man, he's out.
Okay, good. Whereabouts are they?
I didn't exactly see. But I didn't see him in any of the rooms, so he's probably out. And I think that the dwarfy lady, she's also out.
Okay. Rissy's out. Who else have you found?
Well, I saw the sort of paladin lady and the wingy lady, and they were taking the wingy lady away.
Which direction?
I think towards the Ava lady, who they've also got.
Wonderful. Okay.
Now that I'm inside, I can look for the others a bit more.
Good. So, do you want me to try for the door?
I can.
Is that door?
I can probably. It sort of gets low to the ground and attempts to mouse squeeze through the. Through the. It takes a couple of tries and you just. For the other side of the door. I'm okay.
You sure?
I don't think I'm meant to be flat.
No, you are not meant to be flat.
I think I can make the magic stop on this lock.
Please do.
And just almost Darwin-esque. Gling.
I'm gonna try the door.
Door actually opens. Apparently, your old friend left the actual door part unlocked. It couldn't do anything about the magic.
Hey, Flitty.
Wonder if I could have done that from inside. Probably not.
Well,
I'm going to pretend not, because then it means that I really did have to smush myself under the door.
I'm gonna give him scritches, and if I have any like miscellaneous cookies or goodies left in the bag,
I'm sure you've got various bits and pieces as you just get quiet.
out comes the cookie and just here.
No. But you should go. There's things going on, but you should probably find the others first.
Well, do you feel up to leading the way, or are you gonna go keep searching?
Keep looking. Actually, no. I think the Rissy lady is outside, so I'm gonna go find her. But you probably want to go down. Unless you remember how to pick locks. Because I know you said that the ragey lady taught you how to pick locks. But it was kind of a stressful situation.
Yeah. In the mean,
I think the
yeah,
barman
so
is down.
I'm gonna go get them.
I go.
You get Rissy.
Okay. Except now I have to go out through the window again. It just flies through the open door and out the window.
I'm making a beeline from there. Just
And then Flitty comes back up again. If you find stairs that go down, we'll meet you at them.
got you.
Okay, so as Hazel navigates corridors that she doesn't know, we'll ask for rolls for you later. Yeah, Rizwin finds herself led to a group of wood elves, hunkered, very well concealed in the well-maintained topiary outside the rather impressive castle. Look at Beth, you've brought a friend. Quasi-family, I think.
Hello. I'm just going to try to tuck myself in equally well hidden if I can.
Stealth?
Yeah. There it is. 22.
Yeah, you managed to stay within sight of this bunch, and but you guys pretty much melt into the topiary, and sort of. I take it the guy who's apparently their leader is older looking, a bit scarred up, a bit of gray in the hair. I take it you're with the adventurers.
I am. My sister is as well. Hazel.
The half elf, the cleric.
Yes.
Yeah. The abandoned daughter of the diplomat.
Yes.
Believe
Not a
me,
terribly
that
diplomatic diplomat.
that she doesn't. I don't think she felt the need to diplomat to any who attach themselves to. It might be that, and it might be there's been some issues lately that they probably didn't see fit to mention to you. We've noticed a few. How best to put this? Rather younger man just slaps him and goes, basically any of the patrols they've sent out into the woods have come back badly mauled, badly poisoned, or just plain dead. Except for the last one. They came back.
The last one.
last group came back looking really terrified and kind of beaten. Not physically, but you know that we're done look.
Okay. So.
We've heard talk of an ancient green out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We have a feeling deals have been cut, and then we have a half-breed black coming in with an army from Cedar Grove. There's a bit
Oh,
too
dear.
much dragon here.
There's a lot of dragon about these days. No one else seems to know.
Oh no, there's rumors. It's just they don't like mentioning it because it scares the common folk. Of course, the common folk are scaring themselves stupid anyway.
But we're here to do something about it. So.
At which point, Riswin feels a very slight weight on her head, which then turns into Flitty looking at her upside down from
Oh,
beep
hi.
beep. The fairy dragon says, "Hello, yay! I found you. The Hazel lady has been let out. The Singy man has been let out. They just translating the peeping to. They have the Ava lady and the Smashy lady, and the paladin but not lady is kind of annoyed."
That's understandable.
And we have a place to meet the Hazel lady.
Good. Where?
It says follow him.
Okay. Would some of you like to come along?
We had every the Beth just goes, we had every intention of doing so. Believe me.
Good. While we're here, though, does anyone have a dagger or two I could borrow?
Beth, in fact, reaches into the moderately close-fitting coat she's wearing and pulls out about 6 daggers and spreads them out. Take your pick.
Thank you. I'd like to have a look at what I can see.
Well, one of them looks, and 2 of them look fairly regular. I mean, quite well honed and well crafted, but yeah, average. One of them, given you're a smith and a jeweler and you've got very good perception, one of them occasionally you can almost see little glints of green going through it, which you've sort of seen that sort of thing before. That might be a poison dagger. There's one that only out of the corner of your eye can you see this, but crackles slightly like lightning. One is quite dark and almost looks to be made of solid smoke, and when she sees she's brought that one out, she sort of grabs it. Not that one. That one's not for using.
Okay.
The remaining one, you don't know what it does.
Well, can I have a closer look at the crackly one?
She just gestures, and you take it up, and as you wave it, it crackles a bit more, so you can tell that would loose a charge if you stabbed someone with it.
Okay. How many are you happy to part with?
Well, if this comes to any kind of end, I probably won't need them, so help yourselves.
Oh, thank you. In that case, I would like to take the crackly, the green, and one perfectly ordinary dagger.
Fair enough. And she tucks her own in wherever the hell she's concealed these things, because there's no line that shows she's hiding daggers anywhere.
Nice.
Right, we'll follow the fairy dragon then.
Lead on, Flitty.
And off Flitty goes, trying to keep to the green of the bushes and peeping and getting chuckles from the wood elves who are going, he's saying that it kind of misses his blue, but it's so much easier to be sneaky without being invisible this way. You have a very loyal little fairy dragon there.
It was a situation.
We'd love to hear it sometime, but let's get everyone rescued first, shall we?
Please, yes.
Okay, meantime, Aaron.
Can't believe they put an elf in a room with a bed. That's just disrespectful. So, what's the general layout other than small?
That.
Oh. Should I be worried you got that so quickly?
I had to lay out every place there might be combat.
Oh, in other words, yes. You could have just said yes. Okay. How firmly is the bed affixed to the floor?
It's not.
Right. I want to try to scooch it into the far corner.
I can't move those, but I'll keep it in mind. Which far corner?
No, well, which way does the door open?
Inward.
Right, but if it swings towards here, then I want to move the bed there. I want basically be the side the door swings toward, kind of hide behind the door-ish, and have the bed in the far corner.
Okay. The door hinges are on this side, so the door will swing open in that direction. So if you move the bed there, you're actually going to be in immediate view. Is the thing.
Well, no, I will move the bed there, but I will be over here.
Okay, fine. So you're over there.
And I'm listening in case I hear anything coming down the corridor.
Okay, stealth from Froseth and Nye.
Wait, you mean Froseth and Darvin?
Yes, that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
I'm having a difficult week. Please leave me alone.
Just ask.
22.
Okay. Since you're actually actively listening, perception check from Aaron.
That's what I was expecting. Hold on, I have to get back to my character sheet.
Time for fun.
Yeah, no, you hear absolutely nothing.
Okay.
You guys are stealthing in, and you finally find a door that's locked and stealthy enough, given that stealth roll from Darvin, that you've somehow managed to do this without anybody on the other side of that door noticing that the handle's been moved.
Okay. I'm gonna lightly knock on the door.
There is a knock on the door.
Just.
Yeah, you're just getting. But quiet.
Silent image, elf in bed.
Okay, that's him.
You guys haven't opened the door yet.
Is the door the same kind of setup as mine was?
Yes.
Okay, doing same thing.
I'll just go like this and hold it. Well, actually, one hand on the handle and the other one's like.
So Nye is standing in his corner, and all of a sudden the door falls out.
Tug. Process. Help me move this a little.
And now you're hearing that.
Oh my. We really
shift it off to the side or whatever.
We
as we shift it off to the side.
Some signal for these occasions.
As we shift it off to the side, Darvin's just like, Hey, Aaron.
Let me guess, you're itinerant cupcake salesman, yes?
I've been accused of worse. So yeah, I don't know about the others, but I got out and came down here. Obviously found Froseth, but lady of oh god, I forget her name. I'm freaking out. But anyway, Ava's half sister, the half dragon, she's here,
Oh.
and
Nobody
so
actually gave her actual name.
yeah.
I mean, there's the
Oh,
name
good.
there's the name that Ava knows, and there's the fact that everyone else calls her Lady Aveline Vanadar, but nobody knows her actual name.
So fake Ava.
Well, yeah.
Full Ava.
I've just been calling her the one with the really bad complexion. But anyway.
Fake Ava's shorter, to be fair. Anyway, while we're doing this, Hazel, can you give me a stealth check, please?
Yes, I can. Time for memes. Making sure I don't have anything turned on. Bip. $17.
It comes very close a couple of times when you have to actively hide behind tapestries because your adventurer lady skirts have kind of ruffled and rustled a bit. But you do manage to get down the stairs to the basement with nobody noticing you but the kitchen staff, who are just like, if you're looking for your people, they're down there.
I'm just picturing the entire staff just silently pointing in unison.
Well, not really. They're a bit too busy, but you do get the individual who is like, oh, hey, you're the one that like the maple.
Hazel.
No.
If any of you are looking...
I look. You were up there. You were locked up there. We were locked down here. All I know is that you liked a certain kind of cookie.
Yeah, true. Look, if any of you are looking for a way out of here, I have a way of getting you all out. Just, do I remember the name of the guy who was nice to me?
Doric.
You just find Doric and either stay close or arrange with him.
We'll do what we can, but if we don't get some semblance of dinner on the table, they'll be held to pay.
Yeah, good luck. And, well, here's hoping we can...
And they just nudge you towards the stairs.
turn things inside out while we're here.
Yeah, that's as she's being nudged down the stairs. Okay, and as Hazel is snooping around the basement, she does see one door just sort of leaning against a wall, frame and all.
You know, that's probably Froseth.
You just if you keep going, you do eventually find this lot struggling to tuck a door.
Hi guys, and I'm waving a little with the axe.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and make sure and see if and double check to make sure my armor has been double check
your armor is still there. You did not hand it in.
All right, let's get me in a can. Help me with this.
Yeah,
I'm pulling out my
sure.
armor.
Yeah, well, okay.
Well,
so...
I mean, it's mostly in your case, it's just the breastplate at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, breastplate and a few other bits and pieces that are just.
Yeah. After which, a little invisible weight lands on Darwin's head and Flitty. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, Flitty, I was wondering. Good.
Yeah, they have the Ava lady. they have the smashy lady. But I have the sneaky lady and some friends.
Oh,
Friends.
good.
Good,
We
we
actually
brought
have friends.
They're gonna try and sneak through.
Oh,
Because we need to be in. Probably.
Yeah,
okay.
let's go crash this party then.
No, Hazel lady. Stay until the sneaky lady and her friends come. They're wood elves.
Even better.
Okay. So that's
Remy. Where's
Rizwin.
Remy?
She's still in the room.
I think we need to go get her out of the room. Flitty, do you know where it is?
I can reach it from the outside, but I need to navigate a bit from the inside. I can find it.
Is it straight up? Over that way? Over this way?
Kind of over that. But I'm not really all that good at directions if I can't. There's walls in the way. Meantime, can Rizwin please make me a stealth check?
Okay. 26.
Yeah. Rizwin manages to slip in and down the stairs without any particular issue, along with Beth and a couple of the others. Two more have effectively stayed behind to bribe the kitchen staff to keep their mouths shut. So, after a little bit of stealthing around through the various rooms and corridors of the basement storage level, you start to hear this conversation, mostly peeping noises in what is apparently Sylvan, and the occasional I can only really talk common at you, but I'm going to do my best.
Okay.
Actually, as Rizwin is stealthing, because a lot of her attention was on, okay, I'm out, okay, I've got daggers, but she is very perceptive, and after a little while of the sneaking, she will consider that, yeah, Beth looked a little bit familiar. Looked rather a lot like Aaron.
Okay.
Just saying. But she's got Hood up at the moment, and she ain't saying shit.
Okay. So, as we approach, I'm going to indicate to Beth that I'd like her to wait a moment.
And there's a nod, and she sort of draws everyone back a bit.
I'm going to sneak in because I'm feeling mischievous.
Okay, perception check from Darvin, Hazel, Aaron, Froseth.
7.
Nope.
13.
Given that stealth check, still no.
18?
Nope.
Also 18.
Nope. Rizwin. God, this is going to be unfortunate. Okay, Rizwin comes in completely undetected until
I pounce my sister.
all of a sudden, out of a shadow comes this dark-shaped glump. Actually, once it's out in the light, you'll notice it's after a second of what the. You'll notice it's a rather pretty shade of blue with auburn hair and.
And trying to lift you up around the waist.
Strength check.
Why is this not doing the thing?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, fair.
You have to click on strength in the above the modifier.
Weirdly, I had to click just above it.
Oh no!
Oh, 0.
That's
a block and a 0.
Note the
Yeah,
red. That's a nat one.
Yeah, okay, that's... Yeah.
That is something in some muscle in your back goes ring because she's in her armor now, so it really is just
Oh, crap.
okay, no, that was bad. You haven't taken any damage, it's just
Okay, shouldn't have done that.
Brissy, stop. Brissy.
Yeah.
Let go before you wrench something.
Okay. Hi.
Hey.
Okay, good. So we just need to get one more person out,
Hold on.
apparently.
We have
What?
company.
Oh, right.
But you did say you were bringing friends.
Yes.
You can come in now.
About half a dozen hooded, presumably wood elves, but they're keeping hoods up at this stage. A couple with swords, the other four with bows, all of them wearing daggers. Step
Welcome to
out.
the House of Stupid.
This room
We
is
have a
getting a little bit
matriarch to
smaller by the
kill.
minute.
Well, I imagine at least part of it is out in the corridor, so.
Good thing you
Speaking
don't have a
of,
door anymore.
we need to find our stuff too. So we got to get Remy and we got to get our stuff, and then we can figure out what to do from there.
I
From
think
in the hood, one of the males, one of the male wood elves goes, "We'll find your things. I imagine they'll stand out. You find your friend."
I was
Right.
thinking I was thinking Remy first. Prisoners,
That would
for
be
lack of a better word, second.
that would be why things. Make me a wisdom check, Aaron.
Oh boy,
Oh dear.
that's a 3.
Oh, those rolls.
The female voice. There's something about that voice, but you're not entirely sure. It's just that would be why we'd be sending them to find things that you'll need to rescue prisoners and save time. I'll be going with you.
Well, narrowing things down, the kitchen staff said there were 2 of us down here, and well, that's you 2. So Remy's got to be up
Remy is
Yeah,
most
that's what
definitely up.
Flitty said.
as well. Yes.
Oh, yeah, you got Flitty hopping up and down over and said, "I said up. I just didn't know exactly where up. Too many walls."
Yeah.
Did they have a window in their room?
Mm-hmm.
How high up? Very high, not high?
I don't really think too much about. I mean, not real high up, but high up-ish, I guess.
Not close to the ground. Okay, good.
Probably the same as my tower. I'm gonna burn that place later.
No, it wasn't
Why
a
wait for
tower.
later?
It was more like the Singy Man's room.
Ah.
I think we're still burning this place later.
Hazel, one thing at a time. Let's get Ava and Alice safe first.
I'm prioritizing them, Darvin. Don't worry about it.
And stop
Just
talking
because I
about
say
the
certain
Bernie.
things doesn't.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so well, we were opposite. We were generally opposite each other. It seems like. So if it was more like my room, then they were probably on the opposite side of where I was, which was opposite here because I came down through the. Well, I kind of went boof and into the garden and then into the kitchen.
Can we go?
That sounds like a plan.
Okay, I was trying to figure out where first, but sure.
I think, young half-elf, that they were trying to figure out the most direct route, so there's less a chance of interception. Only a few of you are armed.
Fair enough.
So if they're up,
Does anyone need a weapon?
I wouldn't turn one down, but I'm really only adept with rapiers.
I have a couple of daggers spare.
In a pinch, that would do.
Pulls out. You took the crackly one and one of the regular ones, and the poison one, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have one plain old dagger and one that's a bit more like a stiletto, really. And there's a certain shimmer to it, but you don't know what, if anything, it does.
I'll take that one. But then as I hold it, I'll do a faint little tap on my drum and do detect magic on centering it on that. Because I'm assuming there's ambient magic around, and I'm like, no, let me just narrow it down. I'm trying not to blow my brain.
And you have a whisper.
Whew. Can I borrow this?
Be careful with it.
Very much so. Thank you.
It was something of a significant gift.
Ooh.
It needs to be used. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. I will return it in some fashion.
I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. Let's go.
And I'll probably put it in the same, much the same position that the dagger of warning was in.
Okay, I guess stealth from y'all. With the addition of Pass Without Trace.
And rolling advantage on that because of the boots.
Mm-hmm.
Effective 18.
So 28 all told then.
Effective 28.
Because Pass Without Trace adds 10 to that.
27 all told.
8. So 18.
16.
Jesus! 34 for
Sneaky dwarf is
Jesus
sneaky.
criminy!
Sneaky rogue dwarf! She's tiny, and she's sneaky, and she's fantastic!
That's a +9!
That is a +9. She's
Rogues, man,
Yeah,
what do you do?
expertise is a
Rogues.
thing.
rogue expertise. Dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yes, without over amounts of incident, the group makes their way to the door that Flitty kind of Flitty has been invisible through this, so really hasn't been anything to worry about. Then just goes visible and hops up and down on the doorknob, just boink, 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 boink.
We love you, Flitty. You're amazing.
Peeps, and then he just goes back to being invisible. In mid liftoff, so you know he's not sitting on the door handle anymore.
So I'm going to go for the handle. Try it.
It's locked.
Darvin.
Remy tries to batter it down with her shoulder plate.
Okay, give me an athletics check. As you jiggle the door handle and find it's locked, you get. Oh God, Hazel, make me a dex save.
And that's the thing I'm worst at. Wonderful.
So much for your stealth, guys. Oh shit. Yep. Hazel gets hit by a ballistic door and an equally ballistic Remy. Yeah, basically, Hazel is not entire. I mean, she's prone, but thankfully the door is not on top of her. But she does take. You are a lucky sod. That is 1 point of bludgeoning damage as the door sort of bonks you in the side of the head and knocks you sideways. And there's Remy just nearly running into the opposite door, partially because she nearly tripped over Hazel.
Hi, Remy.
Remy's about to summon her sword, and then she pauses.
We were trying to be.
Well, I'm sure someone heard that.
Yeah, can we move on now? Quickly.
So, Remy, welcome to finding out when to wait a few seconds before smashing.
So everybody's caught up, right?
Oh, we're all all up to
Yeah.
speed on who's going to
Okay,
be
good. Let's
Yeah,
go.
turned
let's go.
inside
We
out
have
in
to get
short order.
Alisay. We have to get Ava.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, let's go get our friends and
Speaking of, we've handled the rescues and the reunions and the rest of it, and we are going to swap to, I think, Burner. So I'll have to shrink a little bit because. Yeah. When Ava is led there with Lady Amavela and the half sister, it's the half sister who takes the throne, and it may just be her imagination, but Lady Amavela does not look overly impressed with this. It's clearly not her throne, but she doesn't like somebody else sitting in it either. And there's a little while of wait. A few minutes, certainly. Ava saying or doing anything with it?
I don't suppose you're willing to tell me what you want with me in that.
That will come in due time. Also, now this die hates me.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And she does get it. It is good to see you again. I love what you've done with your hair. After I'd had a moment to get over the shock, I knew it couldn't be you. You weren't that tall, and you never stood with that much confidence, ever. At
Oh,
which
people
point,
change.
not that much from having seen you so far. This one, on the other hand, at which point they haul in Alisay, and they have taken some time as they've brought her in to get a few licks in, so she's wearing some bruises. Gagged, bound as heavily as you are.
What in
And
the hell is she doing here? Let her go!
you do have to be kidding, don't you? Let's think. How many of my uncles has she murdered now? She's angered my god. She's very much involved, and besides, she's a good start for the bargaining.
Bargaining. For what?
House Vanadar. The name.
That name is not yours. It
could,
never was.
It could be.
Trade Alisay for the name. Is that the deal?
Well, it's more of an ultimatum than a deal, specifically. You see, if you don't hand the name over to me, willingly, in spirit, then I hand this interesting bit of baggage over to my father.
What good is the name to you anyway? You never seem to want it. You raised it to the ground.
That was a start of making it my own, but it's not so much for me exactly. But, you know, I could tell you all of my reasons, but that seems to be something you rather want, and I'm not getting anything I want out of this, so why should I tell you anything? But consider, my father is working under fairly explicit instructions from my god, and she doesn't like this one very much.
Oh,
I
you've
imagine
got to be joking.
I imagine death would be a mercy.
Tiamat?
I thought you were smarter than this. Chromatic god. would imagine that the experiment that took place with Star Coast would be interesting done with a person. Particularly one of her pedigree. I'll give you a few moments to have a think. And we're at about break time, so you have a few minutes. So we'll see you back in 5 minutes when hopefully something about this gets resolved.
He has no idea what.
And we're back. Currently, Ava is being faced with something of an ultimatum, with the addition of course, if you do turn this one down, there's 6 others that we can quite easily deal with, one at a time, until you see sense.
McDonald said LSA.
Alice is just going,
What? That's not in her head. What I want to do, what am I supposed to do?
yeah, and then she's just going, no, don't. And she can't say anything because she's gagged and kind of beaten up, but she's just given the little.
When do you want Cedar Grove anyway?
We've had the discussion about whether what good telling you would do. And given the fact that you're apparently stalling, I'll take that as a no. At which point the Crown's Guard kind of grab Alice up and hustle her out towards the back of the room. Meanwhile, you guys, where are you headed?
Remy tries to use her hunter's mark.
Okay, what's the range on that?
90 feet. Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, it's not very... Of course, it's in any direction, so... Does it fade if somebody leaves its range?
No, 90 feet is, I believe, just for applying it.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
It gives you advantage for finding them checks.
Hang on. Until the spell ends, you have it. Okay. Yeah, so if you make a perception check for me with advantage. All things considered, that would probably be down and that way, and that would probably be the throne room.
Remy points in that direction.
All right, let's go.
What? Okay, what's over there? I mean, let's go. But I mean, what?
Alice says that way.
Okay, Hazel, do you know what's in that what room? What we're walking into? Like what room at least?
I know that tower that I was in. That's it.
Damn. Fine, go.
I imagine that if it's a thing, then it would be the throne room.
Makes
Yes,
sense.
let's go that way then. Oh wait, God, we're heading to the throne room, and that's where we need our stuff.
We're working on that.
Okay.
Remy holds up her one sword. She's mostly set and looking very intent.
Axe, shield.
Well, Froseth is fine. Okay, Aaron. Well, you're good. Okay, never mind. Let's go.
You're the only one missing stuff, Darvin.
Except for the 2 prisoners.
Yeah.
Remy's missing her shield, but she'll go without it.
Well, let's see if we can't regroup with my compatriots. After all, if nothing else, you probably don't want too much in the way of reinforcements.
All right.
They'll be able to hold off some of it.
Thank you.
And after that, we're going to have to consider an exit strategy. Thankfully, I have something that will be useful in that regard.
Yeah,
That'll work.
unfortunately, my
I
exit's
have a
already
couple
been,
things too.
my
I just need
exit's
a
already
door.
been used.
Yes, but if, as I understand, you're here looking for a bit more in the way of martial support, your way might be able to be used after mine. My compatriots are going to want a word anyway. They're not really liking what's going on over here. As to explain, you're moving, by the way, but quietly, but you're moving. I believe you're aware of a green dragon to the north of here.
Ancient Grain, parent of one we killed.
He's on our list.
Well,
She.
Excuse me, sorry.
The issue is that the High Elves here have sent, according to the scouts of this lot, they've sent their own scouts out into the woods, and they've come back mauled, poisoned, or dead. Except for the last ones, which just look submissive, cowed.
So this place turned traitor. I am somehow unsurprised.
I believe this place turned frightened, but clearly that doesn't matter overly much to you.
Well, I hadn't intended on liberating Cedar Grove just yet, but it looks like we're about to. And it looks like we're about to liberate the Elvenwild at the same time. Or at least shortly after.
We'll see. And off they head in the general direction of the throne room. And fate time. You arrive sort of on the ground level where the throne room doors are, and there's sort of a... It's actually on Aaron that gets a tap tap tap, and standing behind him is one of the other wood elves. We have weapons, shield, other various bits and pieces.
Hey guys, come in.
Yeah, they've commandeered what appears to be it looks like a servant's rec room. Just someplace they can sit quietly for a couple of minutes and yet still be at people's beck and call if necessary.
Thank you.
They-
She
th- th- th-
hurriedly straps her shield on.
Yeah, they don't know who belongs with what, what belongs with whom, so they just kind of dump it on a table and just.
Grab our stuff.
Yep. Grab my dagger warning and the rapier. I think that was all they took, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Well, I had another regular dagger as well, but I'll grab
That's
that.
one of Alice's scimitars. Who should have
Get the daggers
these?
back.
Yeah, they're
Remy will probably be able to get closest. Actually, no.
Right.
Reese,
My hands are going to be full.
yeah, Reese, you take him. Out of all of us, I think you might have the best chance of getting over to her safely without being seen.
It depends on, yeah.
I'll take Ava's stuff to get it to her. I can move quick.
Golden.
okay. End of fate time. You guys have one shot. Okay, so you're at the you've got your stuff on. You're at the throne room doors. I mean, there's a couple of guards who watch you charge in. And she's like, "What the?" But these are regular guards, so they're kind of they're clearly thrown by everything that's going on right now. Nobody has explained shit to them, and these are not Crown's Guard. These are just Elvenwild guards, and it's hard to tell with the helm, but you're pretty sure at least one of them's a half elf. What the?
Remy's not stopping if they're not raising any.
Okay.
Amavela's a traitor.
Okay, are
Green
you
dragon.
going through the doors or not?
Yep, going through
Yeah,
the doors.
doors
Yeah.
step through.
Doors are our enemy today.
Thankfully, these
Open
ones
up
are
the-
not locked, so I'm assuming that it's probably Remy in the lead, Buffying the
Yep.
door. And, okay, what you've basically got is Ava sat on the floor about there-ish. Alice is sort of, by that point, been dragged over toward, in the general direction of the throne upon which the half-dragon is sitting, and Lady Amavela is standing next to, watching this with the expression on her face that it looks distasteful, but she doesn't. It's hard to tell what exactly she finds distasteful about this whole thing, and at least 20 Crown's Guard. Not counting the two that are hauling Alice in the general direction of the throne.
Where are the Crown's Guard? Between Ava and the throne? Between us and Ava? Both?
They're mostly clustered around the throne. There's 4, 2 on each side flanking Ava.
And the ones around Alice, eh?
That still leaves 18 of them, and they're sort of all around that, the throne area.
Yeah. So there's the ones around Alice, which is how many?
The 2 have Alice, 4 around Ava. There are 16 others around the throne, basically defending people. So what's
Can I
Me?
see them? Or are the Crown's Guard?
Well,
looking at me?
you certainly hear a door getting kicked in.
This is like, Remy, it's on you. This is your show.
So when I see them, I say, get Alice first. She's in more danger than I am. And I just give her my sister the witheriest of looks.
Yeah, there's a certain amount of. We do poorly to underestimate you, don't we?
Remy pauses long enough to point her sword out to the ambassador. You have betrayed the laws of hospitality of your people, and you're next. Starts running.
Okay, in which case I would like you all to roll initiative.
Not me, I'm guessing.
No, you're still in the initiative order. They're gonna get you out at some point. Manacled though you are.
I just botched on initiative.
Oh, some of that is not good. Some of
That's
that,
an 18.
Nope. 7.
some of that is very not good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's.
Well, it
God,
makes sense
what?
that I'm low down.
What is it with the
Thankfully, thank goodness for the dagger of warning. That's a 15, not a nat one. That's
yeah,
that's
but
a
the 15 was rolled first, so it wouldn't matter anyway.
Well, no, I thought I
What?
had I have an advantage on initiative with the
Yeah.
dagger of warning.
Yeah, I know, but even if you hadn't had advantage, you still rolled the 15 first, so the 11 wouldn't have been rolled at all.
Oh, okay.
So let me see. That's cocked. So that's yeah, that's some fairly unfortunate rolls from everybody but the baddies and Froseth. Unfortunately.
I mean, me and Alice's case, it kind of makes sense.
Well, Alice A is taken a bit of a Rodney Kinging, so that's a little less fun for her. Okay, so what's Lady Emma Vela gonna do? I guess I should probably start laying out to peoples too. So let's see who's where. Well, you guys are all rather unfortunately there someplace. Actually, Remy is probably a little bit more in the front. Let's be perfectly blunt. Bink. Ah, there we go. Yes. And Ava's kind of up there. Bink. It's Darvin we're missing now, so bink.
That's actually perfect because I was pretty much following as much on Remy's heels as I could.
Okay, so and that would leave him. It's gonna have to be. They're not supposed to be elves, but they're gonna be elves for the moment. One of them is going to be kind of. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oop. Fuck. 8. I'm just saying each of those are 2 because I really can't be asked. 2 flanking her. And let's say is up there. Additionally being flanked. In her case it's 1 each. I can manage that, so. And last but not least. Rather ironically, we'll be having Lady Amavela played by a human mage. Because it'll just piss her off. I don't like her either, guys.
Yeah, playing her's gotta feel kind of. Because I'm getting the heebie-jeebies every time I hear her speak.
To 150 feet. Not yet. No, I think she's actually going to be sensible. Given how far away you guys are, with entire lack of potential for counterspell, she's gonna teleport out.
Oh boy, so she's just leaving?
She's gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lady Amavela?
yep, Lady Amavela is Furseth.
Well then.
And yeah, just to scroll down there because there's no way you're getting all the way up there in the time you have.
I mean, I could get all the way up there, but that would cost all my actions to do it. Even with my 45-foot speed of movement.
Yes.
So 45, I should be able to get around without doing an attack of opportunity up to about there.
Yeah, should be able to. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 40. Yeah.
Okay. And then if I've got my math right, that throne is about 50 feet away. I'm going to use some key points here.
Oh, no.
Some key points, he says.
Just let it. Shush.
Gong of the Summit, basically shatter, which is a 10-foot radius. So if I center it here, should get a nice chunk of them and just miss Alice.
Okay.
Please tell me that includes my last sister.
Yeah, it does, because she's on the throne. He's basically centering it on her, more or less.
Yeah.
And that's con save? Or deck save?
Should say when I put it here, Constitution save.
Okay. What the fuck is wrong with you?
What did he just do?
Well, the Crown's Guard, a good, like, let's see, because it's centered there. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8.
What?
But Ava's half sister rolled a nat 20 on fucking Constitution. Everybody else was like 3, 6, 3.
So he drops like half of them, and she's still up.
She I believe takes half damage because it's a save. Yeah,
and
half damage.
it's already rolled, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no bonus action.
Okay.
Or actually, yes, bonus action. Another key point to patient defense, so they've got disadvantage attacking me.
Okay. Keep in mind you also still have Ava's weapons.
Yes.
Oh no. Yes, because it was
Yeah.
Rizwin who had Alice.
As Alice says.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see a way of getting Ava out this turn. So.
Yeah, because she's kind of locked, hands behind her back at the minute. So what am I doing? Okay, this is going to be a little bit interesting. because we are dealing with sorcery here, which is always fun. Just trying to figure out exactly what yeah, Froseth, can
Yep.
you please make me a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage?
Ooh.
She has the heightened, so she can impose disadvantage on your rolls.
Oh joy, a sorcerer.
She's half
7.
dragon. Oh fuck, because that was dominate
Yeah.
monster.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And I'm right there too.
Yeah. Suddenly in.
Can I tell that it's happening?
Nope, because this is done by a telepathic bond.
But can't I see like a change in Froseth's expression?
Not yet! For fuck's sake, this is
Sorry,
6 seconds!
Just asking.
Yeah, but can you wait until your turn to ask?
No.
Keep in mind, this is only a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
This is all happening very, very fast. And just sort of going... If you could keep this interesting little ragtag bunch from getting too near me, I'd appreciate it greatly. So basically your job now is to keep these guys as far from the throne as possible. By whatever
This
means
is
necessary.
this is a charm effect?
This is a charm effect. Oh, but not till your next turn.
Yes, I know.
I'm just saying, it gives her time. It gives her time.
Yeah.
You know, it's a wonderful way of getting her to blow her 8th level spell slot, but yeah.
Glory to monk shit!
Aaron.
8th level.
It's
Oh.
dominate monster. It's stupid high level.
Oh, actually, I forgot.
Oh.
Actually, that's at the same time, so good.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I get up to here?
Okay.
5,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, you can about. So there?
one more. Well, yeah, actually, this works too. I am going to throw, as soon as I get back to the right pane of the sheet, Fey Presence at the guards on this side of Ava.
To be fair, guard singular. In
Oh.
that case, there's no, sorry, yeah, it was 2 with Alice, 4 with her. So
Yeah.
right.
And that's a 10-foot cube originating from me, so I can't get all sides of it. But I can get at least the 2 on this side, and I'm going to attempt to frighten them. They need a wisdom saving throw against 13 DC.
Natural 16 and a natural 17.
Damn it.
Sorry.
So there are 2 full near me. I thought it was 4 with her.
No. 4 with you, 2 with her. If that wasn't the case before, that's what we're saying now.
Okay.
So what were you saying to frighten them?
They're humans, right?
As far as you can
They're
tell.
They're Crown's Guard.
Yes. But as far as you can tell, they're humans. But they've got helms on, so it's a little bit tricksy.
You really should not have come to the Elvenwild, no matter who invited you, what you think you're doing here. There are mysteries here deeper than night, and death here deeper than darkness.
One of them looks at you and goes, "If you knew the darkness we'd seen, you'd know this was a sunlit picnic."
Nice try.
Hackblade comes out in some sort of a defensive position.
Okay. And that leaves as far as everybody else is concerned, everybody apart from Rizwin, mystery elf, who I should probably really put a tag for, shouldn't I? That'll do. But she would have been behind you guys, so around about there. The lady here draws her bow. Bonus action, planar warrior.
Oh no.
And see how far she can get. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. See, wait, I need to look up something. Half the problem with being the NPC is you need to know every single spell.
It's spell ability and keep track of everything.
Yeah.
I spend most of the times I do it, like, everything in front of me. So I know that pain.
Yeah, that won't be overly helpful yet. So, but I'll keep it in reserve. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 35. So she runs up to about there and starts firing at the half dragon. Okay, so that will definitely hit. So that's 10. And she winds up teleporting. Blip. Second attack. Oh yeah, definitely. And again, blip.
Yay, Horizon Walkers.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but I was gonna.
That's the ranger I want to make if I ever get the chance to make one.
Hmm.
Yeah, she has filled this half dragon woman full of arrows.
Thunk, thunk.
Okay,
I love Rangers.
Darvin.
All right. Having seen, or rather heard her order Froseth, I may not know exactly what it was she did, but I'm familiar enough with Charm Person and other things of that nature, so I will move forward. About, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, about
DM,
there.
What?
dominate monster is concentration, right? Would the attack from the ranger have disrupted that?
Thank you for of course, I did something incredibly mean to y'all. She's a warcaster.
Whew, that's nasty.
So no, and actually, wait, there was something. No, the other thing doesn't qualify in this case, so that's fine. That's fine.
Because I think she gets advantage on those.
She does,
Yeah, that's.
and the damage did not shake her.
Ah, that's grody. Oh.
And
This is why I love Warcaster when I have it.
I will start playing a counter charm to hopefully try to counteract that as it comes up. Let me go ahead. Do you need me to put the thing up? I can do that.
If you want, or I can just Google it.
Was
Actually,
where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Wait, how do I? Oh, there we go. That works. I got it.
and I found it a minute before you did, so
Okay, well.
my Google foo is strong.
Yep. I just didn't know how to click. I just didn't know how to click something that wasn't an actual like out and out spell to make it show up, and I saw the little.
Yeah, that's advantage on saving throws, and he's not going to be making one, so you've just blown your action.
Yeah, the saving throw already happened.
Right,
but
he'll.
no, but what he's going to be doing is using a monk ability.
Oh.
And
Well,
technically
tits.
in character you knew that, so basically you're all kind of looking at Darvin and going like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, as a player, I screwed up. Sorry about that.
As a character you screwed up too, so hey.
Because that's never happened in the history of this game.
Very acquainted with the taste of your own shoes.
And at the rate I'm going, I'm going to be tasting my own violin at this rate. Or viol, excuse me.
Alice is kind of stuck at the moment because she is surrounded by Crownsguard and attempts to kick them, which is about all she's got left that she can do, are mostly getting her feet stomped on. Ava.
Well, there's not much I can do either. Tied up. So I'm just gonna say that they're gonna give it to Tiamat if we don't get out of there.
And of course, in particular, Froseth, Darvin, Hazel, and Remy know that that will probably have a lot to do with the black shit.
Oh, yeah.
Froseth probably still has nightmares about the barnacle people. And waking up and not knowing what had been done to him, if anything. Thankfully, nothing. But still. Okay, Remy.
Remy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Remy runs up to here.
There?
Yep.
Okay.
Gonna swing at that guy.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely hits. Roll damage. Well, that's one of two guys, but yeah. Okay, he's still standing, sort of.
It's gonna swing again.
Okay.
Oh god!
I don't even think you have to roll damage, but do it anyway.
He dropped like sack of potatoes.
Yeah, you cleave straight through his armor, and there's just it's a mess.
And then she is going to Misty Step 5, 10. Here.
Can she do that as a bonus action?
Yeah, it's a bonus action.
Okay, cool. So, sorry, where?
Glory to Misty Step being pure combat BS.
Sorry, can you blip that again? Okay, great, thanks. Gotcha.
And that's it.
Okay, Hazel.
Click the boots.
Okay.
Given I have... Let's see, that's doubled movement. So that... Damn it, character sheet. Stop arguing with me. Okay, that's 30, that's 60 feet. So. Uh, 60, if I could run around and put myself about there.
Sorry, show me again. Okay, yeah. So around about on the same level as Remy.
Mm-hmm.
Boink. Oh shit! Did we forget Rizwin? We did.
I thought I was after. No, I was before, wasn't I? Okay.
Well, I think it's because we've got two R's, and I'm not used to us having two R's because it's been a very long time. So RC and then sort of RH. We'll put you in around the same slot as Remy, but we'll squeeze in your thing after Hazel's gone. So sorry, you've moved to there with your near.
All right. Going to use my extra action from the boots to dash, get right up on this guy. And the axe is coming down on him.
Roll.
So I add proficiency to that?
Yeah.
Because I don't actually have the axe as an attack.
Well, use the hammer and just take what would be force damage and have it be ice damage.
Whoom.
Damn it! Yeah, he is now made of splat.
Or not.
Okay, and that's your lot, yeah?
I still have bonus action.
I thought that was clicking the boots, but never mind. Okay, go ahead.
Oh wait, no. If the boots are
well,
there's
got to be some cost to clicking the damn boots.
Yeah, boots are bonus action. So yeah, you're right. That's it.
Okay. In which case, fitting in. Really sorry about that, Rizwin.
Okay. First, I want to ask, what are these brain thingies?
They're benches.
Okay. Okay. I would like to get as far up as I can.
What's your movement speed?
Well, my base movement speed is 25.
Okay, and you can use your action to dash. Is that again your movement speed?
Sorry, hang on.
Pretty sure it is.
Well, he can rogue bonus action dash.
Ah, yes. So action, bonus action.
Okay.
So
Hold on a second.
you could get 75 feet, but you would not be able to do anything else.
Okay. I would like to use my move action to get far up amongst the benches.
Okay, so click and hold to show where you want to be.
Well, actually, I thought I'd probably end up somewhere in this area.
With your base movement?
Um,
Yeah, 'cause his
if
base
I'm,
movement.
5,
if I'm
10, 15, 20, 20... Hang on. Say 5, 10, 15, 20...
Because if I were going in a straight line dashing, I'd end up there.
Yeah, but on a
That's a bonus.
yeah, the dashing would be a bonus action.
Okay, hold on then.
So what you said was your movement action. So your movement
Yeah.
action is 25 feet. So being among the
Okay, good.
benches, 5, 10, 15, 20, you'd be
so
about there.
Yeah. Okay.
Bink. So you're kind
That
of
sucks.
you're kind of on a bench. You've got short little legs.
Yeah.
Get a dwarf.
Hang on then.
That's your movement, but again, you can
Yep.
use bonus action to dash a little further.
Yep, and that might be exactly what I do. Does my cunning action count as an additional thing, or is it just the bonus action?
That is your bonus action thing.
Okay. Cool.
Cunning action isn't a type of action; it's a name of what you can do. I think with an action.
I thought it probably was. I just thought I'd clarify. Okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes
rogue.
the nomenclature is a little weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rogue features are named strangely and confusing.
Yeah, I'm still not used to the
Yeah,
system.
no, it's fine. It's fine.
Just a sec. Okay. Okay. Then yeah, I want to dash all the way up there.
Sorry, show me again. Okay, so that's what was there.
I think it comes out to there.
Okay, bink.
Not sure how that's going to end for me, but there you go.
Okay, top of the round for Oseth.
What about action?
No, because that was more than 25 feet. That was bonus action and action dash.
Ah, gotcha.
That she went 25 feet across into the benches and then 50 feet straight up.
Whew, wow. Rogue's gotta go fast.
Unfortunately, Rogue cannot do anything else after that. I have been keeping track. Thank you very much. Top of the round for Oseth.
Well, to start, so I don't have to act against, so I don't have to listen to her. So, moment, break the whatever domination. But that takes my whole action, so I've got to move and a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
So since everyone's heading up there, I will probably just stay back here to help Ava, especially since I've got her weapons. Move down here.
Yeah, there's one more left on that one, and a pile of goo that Remy is sort of hit and run. Because it really was just whap, splort.
Yeah.
Paladin! Jesus Christ!
So yeah, you have more movement if you want it, which you clearly don't, and a bonus action.
Yeah. Bonus action. Unarmed attack, because I can only do if I did an attack, so can't do that. I want to save my key points for the moment, so yeah, that'll be it.
Okay. And now it is the Ava's bitch of a
Half handbag.
half handbag. I'm gonna be unutterably mean. Now let's have a look. Who's within ranges? That's within 30 feet. That's within 30 feet. That's within. Ooh. That's gonna be unpleasant.
I don't like the sound of that.
I don't think anyone would.
Okay, so let's see. Do we have a? Okay, can Remy, Froseth, and Ava please make me dexterity saving throws? And since Ava is restrained, she is at disadvantage.
Yeah,
Oh no, I know what this is. Oh no, I know what this is.
Oh my god.
A save with it?
Yes.
Oops. I still had disadvantage, collect.
Can you just roll again regular, please?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
8 for me.
21.
Oh, you're quite lucky. You're the only one who actually made. Hang on, wait a minute. So Remy up to 3. So hang on, it's Remy first, Ava. Sorry, and Nye. Aaron, whatever we're calling him today.
Dex save, please make it.
Ooh.
Nope. Okay, we are going to need to break out the dice roller again.
Oh boy. It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it kind of is.
You all know what this is.
Holy
I have a
crap.
nasty feeling.
This
Chain
is why
lightning
Fireball
hurts.
is terrifying.
Yes, thank you. Versus got it. Okay, so and
Yay, evasion.
Froseth manages to dodge this as he notes it hit Remy. Remy, who takes half damage from it because of her armor, which means she only takes 26 points of lightning damage.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Oh wait,
Celestial
holy
Rebuke.
shit, it's the other one. Oh god, it's worse.
Wait a minute. Let me give everybody else their damage first, and
Okey-doke.
then you can Celestial Rebuke. Froseth manages to dodge this because he has evasion and he takes 0 damage on the whole thing. Unfortunately, Ava and Nye take 51 points of lightning damage.
Oh my.
This is the Uber Taser.
So,
Well, that's gonna change my plans.
Are you still conscious at this point?
1 hit point!
Holy shit! Ava, what are you built out of? Apparently a brick shit house.
Okay, so sorry, because Remy called it first. Rebuke.
Rebuke.
Dex save. Oh, come on, really? So she takes 7 points of damage.
He made that too?
Yep, just though, mind you, by like 1 point. Sorry, and you had intentions? Are you still conscious at this point? Aaron? 51 points of damage, okay.
out of 44 total.
Thud.
Hair everywhere, thump.
Lightning does not like you!
Full on
All you guys hear is,
God.
again! Bam.
Loud.
The worst part is, she has a bonus action,
Oh
and
shit.
she has a quickened,
Oh Christ.
which means she can use a regular spell
Hey, Madam
What was that exactly? I didn't catch what it was.
She's a sorcerer. She's a draconic bloodline
Yeah.
sorcerer.
Right.
Oh, that makes sense.
They are.
And she has the quickened imbuement, which means that she
Yeah.
can cast a spell that takes an action to cast as bonus action. So
Well,
because
which spell did she throw at us just now?
that was chain lightning. That was her action.
Okay. Ouch!
Movement. She's ooching over there, grabbing Alice by the hair, and with the quickened plane shift. I don't think you're close enough.
Precisely what I wanted to avoid. Shit.
Wait, if she got all the way over to
No, that was like
Alice.
10 feet.
Yeah, it was 10 feet.
Yeah, would that have put her in range for me to smack her?
No, because Alice is between you.
Oh fuck, that's even worse.
So yeah, she's gone. She's gone.
Shit.
And you've got a whole bunch of Crown's Guard who are still kind of pissed at you. Aaron, make me a death save.
Nat 20.
You stabilize.
What? So unconscious, 0, but not
No more.
having saved anything.
No more saves.
Okay.
Okay, so this one, Misty steps directly over to you. Potion of greater healing, straight down your throat. So let me just roll that for you.
Up.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 hit points. So and unfortunately, the shadows in the hood are a bit too much, and you're a bit too groggy to see anything within that hood. But you do hear. You do hear. It's not your time yet. I would know.
Thank you. Automatically in Sylvan.
Yeah, she had been speaking that actually. So right, that's action movement. She's pretty much done. Darvin.
Oh.
All right. Well, at this point, I will move to the side. There's still 2 there.
Yes.
2 there, and then was there any over this side, or the?
But first, it's got that cover, and then Aaron's prone.
Yeah, I'm gonna shift. Screw it. I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna just haul off and stab him with the rapier.
Go forth.
I'm done. I'm just like, enough. We got to get this done quick and out of here. Let's just
roll damage.
11 piercing, 4 radiant.
You get him pretty much straight through the throat. Just, I am so done with you people.
Exactly. I think I only have 1 attack per round, if I remember correctly.
But you do have bonus action.
Bonus action. I will. Actually, let me just double check and make certain that the ability that I want is actually a bonus action, or it can be done. Oh, crap! It can't. Oh well. In which case, I'm not going to actually use my bonus action, but I am going to take a look at the other one that's still standing there, and go and just look at him and go. Let me guess. You have a great personality. I was going to make that vicious mockery, but it's not a bonus action, unfortunately.
Okay. Ava, you're kind of cooked and in the middle of... And you can't cast because your hands are
Yeah,
too...
my hands are blocked. Yeah, I'm still... second I see the sister grab Alice, I'm just screaming, but I mean, obviously, nothing I can fucking do!
Well, nobody used an action to unlock you. I'm sorry.
I had an idea too!
If everybody was a little bit too focused on what they could do rather than getting the entire team back together, like having somebody with the kind of range that would be able to actually shoot the woman through full of holes instead of letting her get anyway. Yeah.
I was trying to.
Yeah.
I was trying to get close enough, but then too late. So anyway,
I was more worried about the people standing next to her with swords.
She can take a few hits. Look, that there's gonna have to be a conversation with you guys through there anyway. Yeah, unfortunately, all Ava can really do at this point is
just yell,
scream in
crying,
pain
crying.
and yeah, that. Remy.
Remy also screams. So he runs
Uh-oh.
forward and runs forward to there. Going. Oh. Let's see. Going to cast Healing Light ×3 bonus action.
Okay.
Yeah, Celestial.
And then she's gonna swing at the dude in front of her.
Okay. Roll damage. He's still standing, but you do have a second attack.
Yes, she does.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, Remy is
nat
now.
20 again.
It's just, gouged through the ribs and then off comes the head. Because she's.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's pissed.
Yes, she is.
Riswin.
How?
Oh boy. There's an awful lot of guards up here, and I feel we need to do something about that. So I'm just going to move up next to my sister. And okay, every time I go to my character sheet, it vanishes. This is getting annoying.
I couldn't say until I knew what you were doing with it, but
Anyway,
If you're pressing X, it'll close it, it'll blip out of existence. Or if you've pulled it out, it'll disappear behind your browser because it's now in another browser window.
no, actually, I think it's a problem I'm having with my mouse. But
anyway. Running low on time, guys.
so, what I'm after doing is my sneak attack.
Well, they're flanked, so that comes automatically.
Fair enough. So yeah, I want to attack.
So
this
yeah,
guy.
attack if it's successful. Roll the damage, and then I think you click sneak attack. Like, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Bloody hell.
Okay, now click sneak attack in your. I think it's proficiencies or something along those lines. Let me double check your character sheet and see what we can see. That should be. Crap. Just roll a 1d6 for now, and I'll find a clicky button for you.
Okay. How do I roll 1d6?
/D. Sorry, /R space 1d6.
Nice.
Yes, that's 10. Which dagger did you use?
Well, I had my crackly dagger because I was hoping to get the teleporting bitch.
Yeah, well, that makes it. That makes given the dagger you use, that's just enough to drop this last dude. Boink.
Cool.
Hazel. Of course, these guys haven't even had attacks, so weirdly, count yourselves lucky. They were cannon fodder, effectively.
I'm going to bull rush into these guys over here. Use my normal action to cast Spirit Guardians. Summon up a bunch of flitties. So, 1 second.
Once you put up the spell card, I'll do the description.
And it's casting at base level. I'm casting it at base level. So. Okay.
That does not give us the spell card.
Yeah, that's the. If I try to click on it in there, it does it the same way. Because it's outputting as an attack.
Let me.
The actual spell description is 15 feet around me.
Effectively, around Hazel comes 15 feet of just swarming flitties.
And anything that starts its turn in there has to make a whiz save on fail 3d8 radiant.
Okay. What's the what's the target for the save? Well, not anything, because I am assuming you're making Remy and Rizwin immune.
Yeah, basically, party members immune. Any of the enemy guys who walk into it or start in it are not.
And what's the DC?
DC for my spells is 14.
Okay. Yeah, that's dropped them all. Basically, you watch as celestial flitties swarm all the rest of these guys and nibble them to death.
Then I'm going to use the bonus action and just blur into this bunch with the same flying swarm around me.
Okay, so let's see.
Just a sea of spectral nomps.
Oh, for the love of God. Hazel and her swarm of... Because these guys don't have class levels. So
they just
Hazel
get
and her swarm of flitties has just cleared the field.
So they've been nibbled to death by flitties. Got it.
So all that's left is the one here and the one here. For those two. So Hazel's just blurred in this sea of spectral celestial fairy dragons, and Flitty from probably the top of Darvin's head is just going,
Holy shit!
Top of the round, Froseth.
Yeah, let's take care of the guy right below me.
Okay. And you have your comma back, Greg.
Yay!
Can't have been a ball on the floor at this point.
She's really not looking very well.
12.
Yeah, they do have an armor, so...
Yeah.
So you have a second attack.
Yep. There we go.
Roll damage.
Chalk.
Not quite enough to take them down, but you've significantly inconvenienced them.
Okay. I can do an unarmed attack as a bonus now.
Go forth. Yeah.
That's a miss.
Yeah, you don't have a very good day. Okay.
No.
Well, it's a little bit for all your
fuzzy.
For all your stillness of mind, it's a little bit distracting to have Ava. I mean, Ava is acting like the world is ending, and she really is looking flambéed at this point.
Extremely rough.
Yeah, so badly injured, but it's not. You can tell it's not just because of that.
Yeah.
Aaron.
You're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
It showed I wasn't muted, and now it shows I am muted. Anyway,
To
Brandish,
us, it was the other way around, actually. Anyway.
brandish my weapon at the guy north of me. Take a look around and throw down your weapon, or you're going to end up like the rest of them.
Make me an intimidation check.
10.
Really?
Okay, I'll take a slash at him then.
I'll allow that, but that technically would have. I'll call that a bonus action for now.
Okay. It doesn't matter, it whiffed.
He's actually laughing at you at this point. Which is cut rather short by the hooded individual sinking a knife in his throat. So you just hear thud.
You'll laugh at that, and I spit on him.
Very, very quietly, again in Sylvan. You've got a bit crass. Darvin, you've just seen this guy. He's kind of spurted an awful lot of blood at you, and you're still having the okay. This is bad, but Hazel just flitty nibbled like a dozen people to death.
So, how many are left? Just this one?
Just that one.
And so he'll just sort of do like normally I would do like I'm actually throwing a knife, but instead this time I'm just going to look at him and it's sort of like an offhand, like over the shoulders, like whatever. Magic missile.
What level?
Level 2.
Okay. So
that's going to be 4 darts all told.
Go forth.
Yeah. Okay, let me get to the sheet. There it is. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Almost on beat.
And that's just enough to take him down. Just enough to take him down. So, I mean, it was already fairly badly wounded by Furseth, but still,
That's why it was just like whatever.
Well, it's sort of one from each fingertip, so it really is just.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Talk to the hand, and fling.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, thank you.
Okay, so that's the end of that. So yeah, the very badly wounded and also incredibly devastated Ava. The hooded figure pops another greater healing potion and sort of looks at Ava, then sets it down and unlocks her manacles. Drink that. And steps back and gives you guys some semblance of your privacy. Although she does state, when you're done with your conversation, I can find them. I walk the plains. It's sort of what I do. It's sort of what I've done for a very long time.
Can Remy hear snippets of that from the other side of the room?
She by that point she's projecting, so I can track a portal. I can track a plane shift. I can find her.
Remy relaxes a little bit.
This calms Ava down a bit.
But I believe there needs to be probably a short conversation because this seemed a matter of urgency.
I'm in frustration going to take the axe, whirl around, and just slam it into the throne at about head level.
Yeah, Ava just gulps this potion down, throws the Damn.
things are getting smashed.
Damn it! She's just like crying and angry and just.
If I may, what they said they were taking them to the half dragon's father, the dragon, and the dragon's god. Were they the ones that opened something beyond a planar gate in that coastal region here?
Yes.
My home, yes.
I see.
The stuff they let loose corrupts everything it touches.
Including
Gods
the home.
included.
And I imagine they wouldn't mind doing that to your friend.
Oh,
Not one
they
bit.
definitely wouldn't.
It's my fucking fault they have it.
I doubt that.
It is. It was her with the Vanadar name, and I.
And if you gave them the name, they'd have the heart.
And who's to say if you gave them the name they wouldn't have done it anyway?
To be fair, she's half black dragon. She probably wouldn't have taken her to her father, but they probably would have beheaded her in front of you.
I gotta get her out.
And then they would have cedar growth and be corrupting it right now.
Not entirely. There's still you. You'd have. This seems to be a matter of family names. There's an echo.
I'm gonna wrench the axe out and just continue breaking this stupid chair.
When your axe wielding cleric is done, hopefully soon, we'll have to repair to the Wood Elf encampment. There is a story you need to hear before we can start the tracking. But I will help you this far. I have a feeling it might be owed.
Thank you. Remy gives Hazel a minute.
And nobody's gonna ask her why.
I just have a look at my face like I'm really confused about the "there's still me" comment.
Are you not related to the nobility
of Star Coast, not Cedar Grove.
No, Green was Cedar Grove.
Oh.
The Green family was Cedar Grove. That's why you
Oh.
know Ava.
My bad.
It's just that because your father had business in Star Coast, you kind of transcended that a bit. But the Greens were originally Cedar Grove.
And I would know that.
Yeah.
But
it would probably take a minute because you've always thought
Yeah.
Star Coast is your home.
Exactly, like I said. So that's why I was.
And then you think, you saw Ava at what was considered a summer home, but it was Green family held.
Oh.
Incidentally, I imagine this is probably not the best time, but there isn't going to be a good time. The reason I owe that one is because, as I understand it from the god I'm due to serve, it's partially down to her and her vows that I'm here. Takes off the hood. Bethrina, I've been looking for you. Of course, everybody who was in the Temple to Nerul recognizes her from the statue.
I'm just like,
God.
I'm like, holy shit.
And ironically enough, Aaron is so angry at himself for being basically useless. He's looking at the floor and not paying any attention at all.
That's the point where, partially because it's a it's happened so many times. It's a very faintly buried memory. He just gets bunk under the chin. Bunk. Excuse me. I have walked about 15 different planes looking for your sorry ass.
Oh God!
How?
That's a longer story than we have time for, and I don't think you want your friend turned to, well, frankly, what the drow have been.
We got it.
I told you, I walk the plains. It's a thing. Let's get out of here and to some place where we can have a conversation and I can track in peace.
So how many points did I get from the potion?
I wasn't sure who was rolling that, but let's see.
Well, I mean, I can if you...
8, 9...
Well, it's already happening on her end.
17.
Okay, thank you. Better.
And without waiting for you guys to actually respond, she just heads out to where you can kind of hear the wood elves of the Elvenwild cleaning up the rest of the mess.
As we're headed out, if the elf guards are there still, like, or are any of them still there?
They're kind of half cowering behind the door. It's just like, what the fuck is going on?
Like the last of the fairy dragons leaving. Amavale is a traitor to all of you. If you want out of this God's forsaken trap of a nation, talk to, it was Doric, right? Talk to Doric, I'll be able to arrange the rest of it.
They're mostly staring at you, but you head out of the beautiful castle of the Elvenwild and into the Wood Elfy Unknown. And on that note, we are a little bit behind schedule, but you have to admit, I had to be wrapped up. I'm sorry, Ava's half-sister is unfortunate.
I hate sorcerers!
So question, if I had managed to do my plan and switch places, would she have grabbed me instead then?
You don't know.
You have no clue!
Wouldn't have surprised me. She'd have been like, alright, you'll do.
Either that, or you could have just swapped places with her.
I did sort of think of that after, but I thought there wasn't any... She would be more dangerous if she was closer.
Yeah, but then her mostly unarmored self is in the middle of the melee people.
Froseth being one of the literal blenders.
Getting Alice away.
Yeah, but
Froseth being good for about 3 melee people, which is good, because Aaron's good for about 1/10 of a melee person.
Yeah,
That's why you're not melee.
I don't know. Most of what I did in that thing wasn't melee.
Knock, knock, open the door!
Knock, knock. Then I had to spend a turn fixing myself, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Anyway.
I'm sorry, I'm not listening to your bullshit. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's late.
Yes, it is. So let's wrap it up, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time for whatever you're doing next. Again, I'm really sorry that did not turn out quite as well as I might have hoped, but you got to admit I'm good at what I do.
Oh,
Yep.
you are.
Later,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.
Sorcerers. Bye.